And we're live.
All right.
Terrific. Yeah, that was pretty nice. The mat, I think, was a nice. So you didn't just have them like kind of plopping around on a hard table or
Right. Yeah, because I wasn't real sure where to film that, so I filmed it downstairs in the garage on a workbench, and then I laid out that mat to make it look somewhat nice or whatnot. I figured the black would be a good contrast.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I
to
thought it was
everything
good.
else. And then so I did the unboxing without saying a word.
Oh, okay.
And then I went back in Camtasia and recorded audio to go with it. So that's why the audio sounds halfway decent.
That's interesting. Yeah.
But I kind of like the sound of like the knife cutting and stuff like that. So I moved the level of the actual video audio down to like 30% or something like that, so that you could still hear that when I wasn't talking or anything.
Yeah.
So I thought that ended up working out all right. So I think it's pretty passable for my first.
Oh no, that definitely pretty good. So you recorded the audio back here at your desk.
I did, yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think that might be a decent. So Camtasia, I found, allows you to. So you have the video, and so if you do something with like your phone or video camera, you have it allows you to actually mute all of the audio.
Okay.
If you don't want it. So
yeah.
So I mean, you could feasibly, do like an unboxing or a review, and kind of talk through it with ums and bahs and whatever.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get your thoughts down, and then go back through and re-record everything, and then just mute whatever audio was on your original video.
Sure, it's kind of a scratch pad.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and
I'll just Jeremy's first YouTube video, which is pretty good, pretty cool. I'll put a link to it in a second. I subscribe to your channel as well.
All right.
Yeah, I haven't done. I started playing with Camtasia, so I still need to do I have everything ready actually. My Pomodoro weekly planning technique. I have to do it, so I might actually do it tonight after we're done.
Nice.
I'll just sit down and do it. I do think I'll probably do it at the same time. So I'll probably show what I'm showing, and because I'm sitting here anyway with the good microphone, so I'll probably just do both.
Well, in worst case scenario, if you don't like some of the audio that you're recording, you just cut it out and redo the audio later.
So you're saying when you were doing the unboxing, or whether you did or you didn't, you could do like a scratch track of, now I'm opening, now I'm this, now.
Yeah, because so I did it with my little camcorder.
Okay.
A little handy cam. I had that up on a tripod, kind of positioned down, and then I was just cutting and doing all that other nonsense. So I could have been saying what it was and all of this different stuff while it's recording.
Right.
But I just figured, well, I'm probably just going to want to go back and record it with a better mic anyway. Mm-hmm. So hindsight, I could have just still been talking about it, talking about the packaging, just kind of getting some initial thoughts down, thoughts and impressions down while it's right there in front of you. And then afterwards, just continually mute or unmute the actual play track.
Okay.
So I thought, but I don't know if you can, like if you wanted to, have a certain section of it audible, you'd have to cut your video into smaller clips.
Sure, yeah. Actually, what I was just playing with in Camtasia, because I was playing with, you can separate that. If you right click, you can separate audio from video. So at that point, you could cut video out.
So there you go. So that would be the way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I just know mine is a slightly different. But I get better. I don't know. Maybe it's not true, but I seem to get better. I'm able to get at the audio better if they're separated, because when mine records, it only records in one channel.
That would be pretty nice. It's certainly a lot easier to to work with the audio separately. So that's what I liked about, going back and then just recording everything.
That is very
because then I have that, that solid audio only channel.
Right.
And it just plopped it right in the current project that I was working on. And, so it actually took me, I think, more time to figure out how to convert the video coming off the Sony Handycam into a format into an MP4. What Sony MP4?
What does it come out as?
Yeah, I don't know. It's something silly like let me look here, because
let me check what mine come out as.
It's like a
mine are MP4.
It's a proprietary format, and it's what is it? I've lost it. I probably don't even have it. I don't have it open. But I had to fish around for an app free, because I didn't want to pay for it.
So
to actually, yeah.
No, that's not right.
So Sony, please get your act together.
Does it record to a memory card?
It does, but it still only puts it in that format. So I had no program on my Mac that could actually understand what that was.
Oh.
So I had to. I found a free app in the Mac store, and let me see if I can still pull that up. That did the job just perfectly.
Yeah.
And, it wasn't anything fancy. It was just nice and easy. And it is called, looks like, well, I tried a bunch of them. Which one did I end up going with? Any MP4 AVCHD. So AVCHD is what my Handycam pops out.
That is strange.
And it is super annoying. But I'll see if I can. I just want a link here. Can I get a link?
That's tough, actually. I don't know if you. I think if you share from the App Store.
Copy link. Here it is.
Yeah. I'll put that in the show notes.
Yeah, because so if you're looking, if you have an older Handycam like I do, and you need to actually edit video, that you've taken, because otherwise it's just on your stupid camera and you can't get it off. And so if you actually want to do something with it, here's a free app. Worked really well for what I needed, and it got me to the point where I could at least then import into Camtasia and do something.
And so then once it was an MP4 file, that was easy?
Yeah, then it was pretty easy.
Because my video camera records, when I plug my memory card in, it's a challenge to dig through the folders, but once I find it, those are MP4 files.
So Sony, and you have a Sony Handycam.
Yeah, it's Sony, yeah.
So they've obviously gotten their act together and realized our proprietary BS isn't working here. No one's using any of our stuff to edit. So let's.
Lo and behold, no one cares. And then what I do is I drag them into. I have folders on my desktop. So I have these folders on my desktop. This is my backup system. I have folders called video. Another one called the inside video. I have different categories of folders.
Sure.
Anyway, so then I can drag that video folder into my Amazon cloud storage.
Oh,
and it puts it in the right places. And then once it's complete, I delete them from the video folder.
Nice. Good idea.
Yeah. My Amazon app has been acting up lately for some reason. I don't know. It's taking a long time. Anyway, it used to be really, really fast, but it is really good on the phones. So you could just take pictures. It automatically updates your app to your Amazon app, and then you can delete them from your camera roll.
That's pretty good, and I'm certain that's ending marriages as we speak.
But I don't know how. I don't understand the camera roll thing, right? So, or your iCloud backup. So if I delete a picture from my phone, it deletes it from my iCloud backup.
Does it?
It says it does. I mean, if I go to delete, it says this picture will also be deleted from your iCloud backup, and you can only say okay.
That seems to be self-defeating.
It does. I don't want it. I want it to store it, but I don't need all these pictures on my phone. You know?
Right. Yeah. That seems to be a miss.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. But I mean, Stacy has a real issue with it. Her phone is constantly full. So we've recently installed the Amazon app on her phone. Now it's backed everything up. I mean, it's like 1,800 pictures. So now they're all backed up, and she's deleted them all from her phone, which then deleted them all from iCloud, which, like I said, it seems dumb, but at least they're in the Amazon cloud. But the Amazon Cloud app is pretty cool. It'll pop up and say, on this day 10 years ago, you uploaded this file.
That is pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say that I wasn't sure if how quickly I would get into this whole YouTube video thing.
Oh yeah.
and had, but since we talked last week, and I've been trying to be cognizant of what could be in a YouTube video. I was actually kind of excited to get, I knew this order was coming. I'm like, oh, that would be a perfect thing. Maybe I can, try to get that set up. That should only be a, less than a 4-minute video anyway.
Yep.
Just to kind of see what happens. And, but it's like everything else. I've been spending time Googling for what should you title your videos?
Yeah.
This, that, and the other. What's the best for optimization? And so there is this little bit of a cliff that once you dive off, you just got to be careful of that. You don't have to do these big deep dives into the ins and outs. Just record your stinking video and put it up there.
Well, that's a massive part of it, right? Is just to say, well, let's say, for example, I looked at your video and I was like, this thing is junk. This is garbage. Or let's say, 6 months from now, right? I look at it, I look at your channel and I say, this is stupid. You only have 100 subscribers. You say, well, how many do you have?
That's right.
You know what I mean? Well,
that's right.
0, but I'm not creating any garbage like you. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, that's absurd, right? And the other, as you get, you'll probably, I imagine as you get more and more subscribers, you get haters. You get comments that are like, "This is dumb" and "You're stupid."
Yeah, sure. But and I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's like, I guess at that point you're like, well, I am putting something out there. Which is, how much have you put out there? Now, if you have the guy that broke 1 billion views or something saying that to you,
I'd be happy to have him on my channel.
You're right. I'd be like, that is fantastic criticism, and because I feel really good about myself that you felt the need to tell me how crappy my stuff is.
Yeah, there's a guy that I follow. He's a comedian. He's like kind of I think he's kind of an up and coming comedian. Anyway, he said he posted something on Facebook, and someone came in and said, yeah, kind of like, I'm sure this will work like your failed TV show or something like that. And the guy, the comedian, he said, well, you might be right. He said, but what time do you start work tomorrow? So it's like, that's a very good point. You know what I mean? It's like, well, I might have a failed TV show, but you don't have even a failed TV show.
No, you have 0 TV shows,
right?
To speak of.
Well, it's the same idea,
But it is strangely addicting, and I had the video, and I'm like, well, what I really need is an intro. No, you don't. Just put up the video.
Yeah. Well, if I go to Fiverr, I need to have a video bumper, right? I need these bumpers that, and I probably need an outro, and I need
if you have an intro, you got to have an outro.
Yep. And I want all my videos to start the same way, so I got to figure that out.
And no, you just, I've made that decision that get something out quick and dirty. I mean, quick and dirty would have just been, doing the audio downstairs in the garage.
Yeah.
no editing or very little editing and just pushing it up.
Yeah.
You know, so this is a step above, you know, quick and dirty.
Yep.
But yeah, I didn't fall into the trap that I would normally fall into of like, well, I need that intro, outro, credit.
Yeah. Right.
You know, I mean, I slacked you. I mean, I almost fell into the trap. I need music.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, right. See, I didn't realize what you were asking for. So
yeah, else you would have helped. You know, it's like, oh no, I can't give heroin to an addict. Just
yeah. Well, the music track is. Well, I don't know if you're on either of the links I sent, but the music track is horrible because, first of all, there's hundreds. You know, the YouTube one that I sent free. The other one, there's hundreds, and you can say, well, if I use like a heavy metal one, it gives this feeling, or I can use a funny, inspiring one, or something. You know what I mean? So there's all now you're way down because there's no right answer. You know,
exactly.
Use one of these 5, and they all are good. But, yeah, that's a rough one too.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm pretty happy that you you kind of prodded me, you know, down this path a little bit, and very surprised that I actually followed through and got a video up. So
well, shoot, you figure that one video that you did of you know, the unboxing is just like a blog post, right? I mean, it's the exact same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's one thing. So, and if you can do another one this weekend, or
exactly. So, you know, basically, if I can get one a week out, I would be crazy happy.
Yeah.
And, you know, just find something that, because like I said, I think that I was maybe 2 hours all in with maybe a little bit, maybe 2.5.
Yeah.
Filming it, editing it, and getting it up. And some of that was actually, you know, customizing the Google Plus page.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, so the problem is I haven't really embraced the Pomodoro timer system yet. That's
yeah, and you know, the other funny thing is that I've been down that path a few times, saying like, once you're on the Google Plus page, you're like, oh well, shoot, now I can get a custom URL. What should it be? Where can I go? I can create a different one. You know, that type of stuff. And we're back to that. No one cares. Very, very rarely are you going to be out and say, you know, find my YouTube channel at youtube.com/Jeremy. You know,
right. Exactly. Well, and I about went down that path too, because, you know, I had, you know, the Wayward Traveler Gmail set up. And so I tried to upload directly. Well, you know, you can't upload directly because you have to first create a channel. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, this is Google.
Yeah.
When you have OCD people.
Right.
And you
done.
And you pop up a box that says channel name.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that just sent me spiraling out of control.
Yep. Well, should I worry about SEO? What am I trying to do?
And you know, because it had, you know, Jeremy Ward. I was like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
And, you know, so you know, well, now what? Oh, brand and business. Yeah, I click that.
Right.
More choices.
Yeah. No, exactly. And yeah, you're exactly right. And very quickly, you're not getting anything done.
No, yeah. So that's been kind of my morning, but say la vie, I guess.
But that's good. You gotta, you know, you got one out, and that's all. That's really what's important, actually.
Well, and considering that you and I have been, you know, talking about that on this podcast for 5 weeks, or, you know, 5 episodes, or whatnot. It's a mild accomplishment.
I figure we're. You know, we're probably each 4 or 5 behind. I have, but you know, I've done a few like drone ones, and you're right. I mean, the editing, I'll take a 20-minute drone video and get it down to 2 or 3 minutes, and it takes, you know, an hour and a half, you know, to get that down, edited to where I think it's cool or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a considerable amount of work that goes into that editing. And
you almost have to, you know, and it would be worth having, you know, creating a product for this, you know, figuring out, you know, what's the 80% rule of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm 80% happy with with a video, I got to stop.
Yeah.
Because at that point, it's you're really only doing it for yourself at that point. Because no one else is going to care.
Right.
If you have these 4 extra scenes in there, or you left these 4 extra scenes in there, no one's going to care.
Yeah. Very precisely. Yeah. Yep.
Or
if you have the title at the bottom, what font the title's in, or that type of stuff.
Exactly. So get it out. Don't, if you're not happy with it, you don't have to put it out. But at the end of the day, even if it is kind of crappy and you're okay with it, then fine. Move forward.
Yep.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. I'll see if I can. I have some ideas on things to kind of keep me busy for the next several weeks. Of little posts. But
are they for your Wayward Traveler channel?
Yeah, well, that's the reason that I went with the Wayward Traveler thing is I figured that I can just do a bunch of different random stuff. I think that can technically encompass everything that I want to do. I think it so happens that the first several videos will kind of be around the emergency preparedness, or the quote unquote prepper movement, if you will. But because I'm building a rifle.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I'm going to start doing some videos off of on that.
Yeah.
So that's probably good for 5 to 10 videos. Depending on how I'm going to stretch that out. But I'm going to try to have mine mostly be in that under 10 minute. I'd like to shoot for like the 5-minute sweet spot.
Yeah. Really though, the title of the channel, Wayward Traveler, is pretty good, because you could, really there's tons of stuff that would, just going on vacation would fit in.
Absolutely. Yeah. It kind of falls in with what you and I talked about last week, going to pubs and talking to people.
Yeah.
So that fits
exactly.
So I think all of that kind of works.
Even if you say you were on a hike and took maybe you have like a 3-day hike, right? And you take 6 hours of video over those 3 days, and you edited that down to be 12 minutes.
Right.
That would be a pretty interesting video. If very little audio, just really just showing. I don't know, whatever, little streams with bridges and that type of stuff. Like I said, that would be pretty interesting. And while completely different than sitting in a pub talking to someone, is also fits in the channel and also is interesting.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty happy with that. Anytime that I brew beer, I can do a little, beer brewing.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I think that it kind of works for that. So I think it's a good all around random channel.
Yeah.
Which should provide no lack. There's no excuse not to put up some video.
That's true. Yep.
So, because it is so random.
Yeah. No, that'd be cool. That'd be great. And really, I think that it while there are a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of content being created, I think that we're still close to the ground floor, only because when you sit down at your TV, most people are still watching cable. Most people are still subscribing to Comcast or, whatever, there's DirecTV, and it hasn't switched to YouTube yet.
Right.
I think it will, and whether it's YouTube or whether it's something else, I do think it will, and I think that you'll subscribe instead of to a channel or a network, you'll subscribe to a show, so you'll subscribe to, if you and I could produce this, say we produce this history type show, it's kind of this biographical history, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
People would subscribe just to that,
exactly, and watch that.
It comes out, it's a 20-minute or, a 12-minute episode, and that's all it is. You know what I mean? And people, they would subscribe to possibly 50 of these things as opposed to 300 channels of mainly nonsense, mainly stuff they don't watch.
Now, I read something, because we were talking about like TV channels or whatnot, and people like producing shows or whatnot. And I think I read a comment someplace that YouTube restricts you to like, a 15-minute whatever. But that can't be true, because I've clicked on several YouTube videos that are an hour plus long.
Mm-hmm. If you go in,
reviews and such,
you could probably do it right now. If you go into your settings, let me find it. Stand by. In the settings, there's a way to check. And I think it's literally just clicking a box, and it will remove that restriction. Okay, so if you so just go to youtube.com, and then the upper right-hand corner, you click on your avatar, and then you click on the gear for the YouTube settings. I think it's under advanced. No, all right, wait. Let me not say anything then until I find it. I can edit all this out. But there is somewhere in here that will, that you go through and, oh, for God's sake.
Well, there's obviously a lot of stuff in here that under advanced, like country, for monetization and stuff.
Yeah, that's approximately where it is. Oh, I was right. Okay, so you click your avatar and then click the gear for YouTube settings, and then down at the bottom, view additional features.
Yeah, it was just there. No, I got it.
And then longer videos. I have a green box that says you can now upload videos longer than 15 minutes.
Okay, so let's see here. So view additional features, longer videos. Oh, I have something that says enable.
Yeah, and that's it.
Call me with an automated voice message. Text me the verification code.
Yeah, so you can text it and or get them to text you, and then once you put in the number, now you can.
And like I said, I don't even know. Oh, that was fast. If I would necessarily even do a long video, but
Well, it's no harm in having it enabled. Shoot.
Oh no, not at all. And in fact, let me enter verification code because you're. Congratulations. Look at that. Oh, and you have to enable monetization.
Yeah, because I think you're going to need to set up an AdSense account and potentially put in your Social Security number.
Oh,
because they'll tax it. Or I'm sorry, I don't think they tax it, but they send you a W-9, or is it? Or,
1099.
Yeah, but what do they send you at the end of the year? It's the one document. They send you the one piece of paper at the end of the year that says how much you made all year. Is that a 1099?
Yeah, 1099.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's all it is. All right, so I'll start.
I'll do that later.
Yeah, I'll re-enable the recording now. So, yeah, so what do you have any additional have you thought of any other channels or any other thing? So like I guess what I've been thinking of is not necessarily me speaking into a microphone, but me having an idea and producing a channel or kind of setting things up for a channel. So I can.
Well, you mean outside of like the biography thing that we had already talked about?
Yeah.
I think that there's just as we were talking, because your prediction of eventually people like switching to YouTube for their entertainment versus, Comcast or something like that. I think that you could actually do a couple of things. You could do like your own news. That could, because think about what people are watching now and what people want to watch. News would fit into that. I think something creative for like kids. That as Grayson is growing up, he could start doing this. Would be like toy reviews or. Just him playing with toys, or shoot, if you're hyper creative, think about doing like a stop motion with your action figures. And,
that's cool.
Little, 15-minute, Lego episode type things.
Right.
Which has to be at least as entertaining as children's programming already.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, and as for the daily news, I know here in the morning, just as they're getting ready for school, they have Good Morning America on, and it's just nonsense.
Sure.
They don't do it. I don't think they. I haven't noticed if they do, but they very rarely get famous people on, so they're not getting that. They have sound clips and they have videos and stuff like that, but it's really just they just talk, and they'll bake things, and they'll have what do they call them? Interests, like special interest pieces, stuff like that. But that would be simple to do even as a live cast, right? So YouTube also allows you to do that, and
Oh, sure, yeah. Well, you have to compete with Facebook video now and all that stuff.
Yeah. But think about if you could set up, say you set up 2 or 3 cameras in your kitchen, and you have 2 or 3 people there, and you say, you're kind of in charge, let me speak if I'm you know what I mean, and then so it's not just a free-for-all, and that's it. You just broadcast that.
And this is maybe a little off topic, but what is YouTube Red? Because to me that sounds like a porn station.
Oh no, YouTube Red, YouTube Red is like the Spotify of YouTube. Sorry, that's a bad example. It's it gets rid of ads.
Oh, okay. You're paying. Yeah. I gotcha.
It's $9. If I might be wrong, I might have changed it, but when it first came out, it was $9.99 a month. It also lets you have offline videos, so you can download them to devices and stuff like that. And it's the Spotify of YouTube, so it gives you YouTube.
Gotcha. I'm certainly no expert on marketing or anything, but it seems like a better name for that might be YouTube Clear.
That would be a better name. I agree. Yeah, that definitely should not have been YouTube. I don't know I'm not sure what the name means.
Because I'm gonna. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what you don't want to do is type in RedTube.
RedTube?
Yeah, don't type in RedTube. So
that's Rule 37.
That's Rule 37. Or if you do, make sure you do it in incognito and not at work.
Right, not at work, not on your work VPN.
No.
So one of the ideas that I had, so I had 2 ideas actually, and one of them was a TV show that we watched when I was in England, and it's called Goggle Box. And basically what it is they have 5, I'll call them families, but so 5 families that have a camera mounted above their television, and you watch them watching TV. So it's like reaction shots of things. So the narrator will come out, and I would tell you that the 5 families, they weren't all families. Like I think 2 of them one of them was like 4 guys, like 4 college aged roommate guys. There was another, I think they were like a gay couple. Another 2 that were just 2 roommates, and then 3 of them were families. So it was 5 or 6 like real families. Anyway, but so the narrator would say, this week on what's the TV show with Howard Stern? I
can't remember.
America's Got Talent. Yeah. So this week on America's Got Talent, we had this guy audition, and blah blah, and they would show like a little clip of this person auditioning, and then they would show generally not all 6 families, but they would show 2 or 3 of the families' reactions to that person auditioning. And I mean, like, it was super entertaining to watch. And you would think, as then, like, you'd be like, well, I want to know what the gay guys think. I mean, it was crazy. Like, you start to, like, identify with the people, and you'd be like, well, what's that loud lady? I wonder what she's going to say to this, and stuff.
I all know the loud lady,
right? I mean, it was really, really good, and so I was thinking that would be probably something fun to put together where. I don't know technically all the things, but it will probably require 1 or 2 GoPros that people mount. You send them and they put it on a tripod near their TV. It watches them kind of when you say, we're hoping that you'll watch these 5 programs this week and then upload the files to us. And then we go through and edit it. And, we edit it into a 20-minute thing. But like I said, I'm sure you can find it on YouTube and watch a clip of it. Of the real Goggle Box. But like I said, think about Lost, right? When Lost was on every week.
Sure, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The Walking Dead, and if you had some like quote unquote characters, right? You had some real like live wire families, you know what I mean? Like people who actually freak out about things that happen on the TV.
Well, that's the thing. Like you would either need to be over the top, or the people that you have doing it would need to be over the top. I can definitely see that being entertaining. I think that's pretty.
Especially if you watch the show, right? So if you watch The Walking Dead, and then the next week this program comes out, and we're talking about last week's episode. So, and again, it's only like 1 or 2 pieces of each program. So we have 5 shows. We boil them all down into 20 minutes. And it's mainly reaction shots. We're only getting like 30-second clips from each show. So
sure. Yeah.
And it's like, so someone dies, right? And we show 3 reactions of these families. And, so like I said, I think that would be, I think that'd be pretty cool. And people will be like, I got to see what this person thinks about this.
When, and that actually brings up, technically, like if you're doing your own channel or whatnot, you almost have to eventually make that switch between just doing, using your phone or a video camera to do reviews or box openings or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to make that leap to get a DSLR or a couple of GoPros or whatnot, because what I've noticed, watching some of these guys' videos or girls' videos, that they all start off kind of the same, just that one camera angle, just their hands. And as they work into the shot, they're using 2 or 3 different cameras and then editing those together. I think that makes a much more compelling video.
Oh, it's much more interesting to watch. Absolutely. Yeah.
So having, exploring that is pretty interesting, I think.
Well, so I was watching a few of the how-tos, and if you had, they don't have to be the same camera, but if you had your iPhone set up on a tripod and your video camera set up, I don't know if Camtasia will do it, but Adobe Premiere will, that you can push both of those into both those video streams in and say align, and it will align them for you. And then you can just cut back and forth between the 2 cameras. Yeah, so you don't have to like manually line up which part is which.
I would imagine that, I don't know if Camtasia does do that. That's pretty interesting with Adobe. I thought that that link, the Wistia link that I sent you, I thought doing the clap
for the audio, that's something you have to do.
Was a good idea. But but if you did that with so you have the 2 videos lined up and you still did the clap, and you lined it up on the audio.
Yep.
That which should align the video as well.
Right. Oh yeah, and then a third. I was just seeing if I had it sitting around, but then a third, just a voice recorder.
Yep.
Just a fairly high quality recorder. You could have that instead of buying a whole other iPhone like they did.
Yeah, exactly. Or just a microphone or something like that. So I think that there's some pretty interesting things.
I did buy because I was debating whether I wanted to get Final Cut Pro, But instead I got Adobe Premiere, which will end up costing more in the long run, of course, because I think it's like $10 a month. So
it is 10, but that's pretty approachable when you're just getting started.
Right, because I can try it, and in 6 months, if I forget the whole thing, I want to, to do something completely different in my life, I can just cancel it, as opposed to whatever. I think Final Cut's $200 or something.
I think it's $400. I think it's $399.
Oh my God. So, but anyway, yeah. So especially here at Christmas, right? I mean, I can't buy myself a $300. So, but I can do $10, right? I mean, that's what
sure. And if Adobe Premiere is, I would imagine that's better than Camtasia, which is $50. So that's like 5 months of Adobe Premiere.
Yeah.
For the same price.
I don't know if Adobe Premiere will do screen recording though.
I don't either. And Camtasia does that really, really well.
So you still might, if you're going to do stuff on your screen, you still might have to have both.
And that's fine. I think that Camtasia is definitely, and you could justify $50 even at Christmas time.
Yeah.
So you could still do, $60 out of pocket in 1 month and have, 2 quality video editing programs and, and be okay with that.
And the other reason I went with Adobe is because I was looking at Pluralsight, and I was looking just around at different tutorials. There's way more on Adobe than there is on Final Cut.
Probably because Final Cut's like $400.
Well, not only that, but there's a lot of marketing material around Adobe saying,
sure,
this TV show that was done in Adobe.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there isn't much of that with Final Cut.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. Not that we're anywhere near that level where I'm thinking, shoot, if only I had a better.
No, I think that our goal should be to get 30 videos out over the next.
In a year?
I was going to say in the next 6 months.
Okay.
So when we say by June 1, we should have 30 videos out there.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I really appreciated the one person that as I was watching his YouTube channel, that he actually did a quick 10 or 15 minute. So it wasn't real quick. 3 minutes would have been quick. Thank you. I got 100 subscribers.
Yeah.
But I found that very, very helpful with when you're trying to do this. What's the expectation? You put something out. Do you expect it to get 10,000 hits?
Right. Exactly.
Probably not. I mean, how long do you have to kind of push through? And I would say that you almost have to have at least a 6-month mindset that, all right, I'm going to get 30 videos.
Yeah.
And see what happens to 30 videos.
Yep.
So if we're able to do 30 videos by June 1 on any topic, I think that's on one channel. So my Wayward Traveler channel, 30 videos on it, and moving in that direction.
I think that's good. Yeah, just writing that down. So I think that's doable. The other question is. And I mean, how important? Well, I guess it doesn't hurt, but what about a website, right? I mean, like I said, it doesn't hurt to have one and just embed all the videos on it. But at the end of the day, who cares, right?
Well, it's like YouTube has already given you a Google Plus page to kind of do that, right? So it's like, until we either have a digital product or something to sell.
Yeah.
I'd say, let's not waste money or waste time on creating a website.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, because we have cubesweb.com, and I've been putting the videos up there just because it's in WordPress. So I just create a post and put a thing and put a video. But listen, it doesn't hurt. But these folks with 3, 4, 5 million subscribers, they're not keeping a website updated. They don't care. That's what I find is the people who are most popular are the ones who just do not give a shit.
Right.
They're doing, they're laying in bed, holding their camera up, talking, and those are the ones, getting 1 million views.
Right. So yeah. Yeah, one, I think that you just have to get to that point where you're just doing it because it's fun to do, and if you have a lot of subscribers and a lot of views, even better.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. So, but
the other observation I'll make is that this is maybe our 5th or 6th video that we've done. I think under QSWeb, and I feel like they are getting more and more comfortable. Right? I mean, they get more and more. Certainly, there'd be plenty of people to argue they're not professional, but I think this one is better than the first one.
Yeah, I think so. I think that it's a lot easier to talk and to come up with things to talk about, or just to kind of keep riffing off of what we're saying.
Right. So you put that into perspective of 30, you know what I mean? By the time we do 30 videos, or, you personally and I personally do 30 videos on your channel about something, you would think that they should be improving in quality.
Yeah, I think so. And 30 videos under 10 minutes, I think that's pretty doable.
Oh, yeah. Just short ones. I mean, they should be as short as interesting. And so the funny thing is, when I search a topic on YouTube that I want, a topic to learn about, right? So it's, I will look at the time, right, or the length of the video. And if I'm like, no, this is, all I'm looking for is this and this, it should not be a 35-minute video about setting up Camtasia.
Right.
Right. I mean, I'm looking for the 10-minute one about how to set up Camtasia, so I guess there's something to be said for that.
Well, yeah, because I don't have 20 minutes to watch your video right now. Right. I have 3 to 5, and yeah, so it's like how to do X in 3 minutes.
Yeah. Yep. Right.
And I that could probably be its own channel,
I like that.
A 3-minute how-to channel where everything is under 3 minutes long.
Even if it's like, even if some of it is super fast, right? Even if it's like really sped up,
Yeah.
But that's actually a pretty good idea. You could do how to change your oil in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
The video is 3 minutes. You can't do it in 3 minutes.
Oh, no. So, we'll walk you through the process.
Right.
It could be fast forwarded a lot.
Right.
But anyway, I actually have to cut it a little bit short today. I have to make shepherd's pie tonight for 60 people.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. I do like shepherd's pie.
Oh, it is one of my favorite dishes. Super easy to make, and it does scale very well.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll tell you what, just before we got on the call today, I had just finished peeling 11 pounds of potatoes, which is not an easy task.
What is this for? So an Irish group?
No, we have our stated meeting at the lodge tonight, and I am in charge of dinner.
Oh, does the person in charge of dinner rotate?
Well, kind of once a year. So I've been in charge of dinners all year long, and this is my last one for the year. And
oh my gosh!
So
every month, you said?
Every month.
So you've made 12. This is a perfect YouTube topic, right? I mean, you've missed 12 opportunities.
Yes, I have. 12 meals for 50 plus people.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's absolutely a YouTube topic.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you would have probably appreciated it 11 times so far.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the videos on how to do it. Here's the recipes.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I do like shepherd's pie. It's a good one.
It is good. You really just can't go wrong with shepherd's pie.
No, definitely not.
But
okay, sounds good. And so I'll make this video and send it off to you, the one about the Pomodoro technique that I use. And
very good.
All right, sounds good. Talk to you later.
All right, talk to you later. Bye.